10 step. I will discuss all these steps one by one. So first step is identifying the gap in knowledge. The researcher, on the basis of experience and observation, realized that some students in the class do not perform well in examination. So he or she poses an answered question. Which factors are associated with student academic performance? Step 2. Identifying the causes of the problem. On the basis of experience, observation, and review of related literature, he or she realized that students who are either very unconscious or not at all conscious do not perform well in examination. Thus, he or she identify an anxiety, anxiety as one of the factors that could be a step 3. Student stating the goal. The researcher now state the goal of study. First is to ascertain the relation of anxiety with academic performance of student, to ascertain the gender difference in anxiety and academic performance of student, to ascertain the gender difference in relation of anxiety with academic performance of student. Fourth step, formulate hypothesis. The researcher may state his or her hypothesis as follows. There is a number one, there is a significant relation between anxiety and academic performance of student. There is a significant gender difference in anxiety and academic performance of student. There is a significant difference in the relation of anxiety and with academic performance of student. So these are three go. These are three hypotheses. Step 5, collecting relevant information. After that, the researchers use appropriate tool and technique to measure anxiety and academic performance of students. Select a sample of students and collect data from them. Step 6, testing hypothesis. Teacher now use appropriate statistical technique to verify and test the hypothesis of the test. The most of the teacher use the SPSS, that is statistical packages for social science. Step 7, interpreting the finding. The researcher interpreted the finding in terms of whether the relation between anxiety and academic performance is positive or negative, linear or curvilinear. He finds that this relation is curvilinear when a student's anxiety is either very low or very high. His or her academic performance is found to be low. But when a student's anxiety is moderate, his or academic performance is found to be high. He or she now arrives to explain this finding based on logic and creativity. After that, in step 8, comparing the finding with the prior researcher finding. At this step, the researcher tried to find out whether his or her conclusion matches those of the prior researcher or not. If not, then the researcher attempt to find out any conclusion do not match with other researcher by analyzing prior study. And the ninth step is modifying the theory. On the basis of step 7 and 8, the researcher speculate that anxiety alone cannot influence academic performance of the student. There could be a third factor which influences the relation between anxiety and academic performance of student. This third factor could be study habit of student. For example, students who have very low level of anxiety may have neglected their study throughout their year and hence their academic performance is poor. On the other hand, students who have very high level of anxiety not be able to remember they have learned or cannot concentrate on student due to stress and may fall risk very often and hence cannot study properly. Hence their academic performance is poor. However, students with a moderate level of anxiety are motivated enough to study regularly and systematically all through the year, and hence their academic performance is high. Thus, loosely structured theory on student academic performance need to incorporate one or more variable, namely study habit of student. In other words, it need to be modified. The last step is the 10th step, and in the 10th step, asking new question. Do study habit and anxiety interact with each other and influence academic performance, student? We can now start with the first topic of research involving three variable rather than two variable, and then we conduct other study. So these are the 10 steps, and they are in the cycling. Then you will